We're going to come up with some new jobs for our inside sales guy. I don't know. We need to come up with some. We're going to come up with some new ways to grow this inside sales department over there. I do know that. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope all is well. Hope you've had a great week. I hope, Ed, you got something you're thankful for. Well, let's hear it, man. We start every show Monday through Friday, 8:29. 60 seconds of gratitude. What is it, friend?
I'm thankful for Josh.
Why?
Because he does a great job at, letting me know how I can do better at things. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my mother came in here with soup this morning for breakfast.
Interesting.
Not as bad as what I brought.
A little better than hot wings, but still not on the breakfast spectrum.
Josh, what are you thankful for this morning, friend?
Me and Zena are going to like a sorority party tonight, and I'm thankful for that. And we get to go to those things still.
Okay.
To live the college life a little bit.
You are the college life. Yeah. You're a very successful.
College student dropout.
Well, those people, you're probably younger than a lot of people in college.
Yeah. Well, I get to meet a lot of people too, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Friends. It's never a bad thing to go out and make friends. And I'm thankful tomorrow. Me, my granddad, and my dad. So like we never get to hang out. We're all hanging out tomorrow.
What are y'all doing tomorrow?
We're going to this hunting convention because they love to hunt. It's like we're.
Did you grow up as a hunter, Josh?
Yeah, I've killed a bunch of animals.
You're a killer.
That cemetery.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, let's get started with the show. But the reason why we do the 60 seconds is because your brain, hello there, lady. Get on the stream in there. Your brain is just this big old lazy thing sitting on top of your shoulders up here. Mm-hmm. And you really are in charge of what it thinks about. You know what I'm saying? So like you could wake up and you could feel a certain way, and you're going to tell your brain about how shitty you feel or how good you feel. So we force ourselves in the mornings to come up with something that we're thankful for. Just puts you in a much better mindset. Hello, Andre. Thank you for getting on here. Please share the YouTube. I wish there was a way we could send this out to our database every morning. Would it be hard to do that?
I do it every Thursday with Constant Contact.
Well, I wonder if you could send it the Morning Grinds live. Could we do that every day? Like at 8:20?
Wait till after the live. So
you couldn't do it during it? We're going live?
No,
Click here.
It needs a video. I can try it. I can see if I can do something.
All right. Well, last night, me and my wife and Nick, we were sitting around and we were talking about, shut that door so I don't overtalk everybody, please, sir. And Van, so I don't. I know it can be very disruptive to others that are trying to concentrate and they don't want to hear this, but my wife went to this Natalie Bird event the other day, and we were talking about what are things going on in your past that hold you back. I think that's a hard way to discover what holds you back. And we were talking about things like, what is something you think that holds you back, Albert? Like what's your current situation, and how's it hold? Are you on the show? Mm-hmm. Are you? Are you on the show?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Van, are you on there?
Yes, I am. Why does it say we're not?
Yeah, maybe. I don't see you on here. I haven't heard you say anything. So currently, what is something that's holding you back?
I would say procrastination.
Procrastination is something that's okay. Where did that come? How did you become a procrastinator? Have you always been as far back as you can remember?
Probably with school, because things were typically a little easier, so I could wait till the last minute and do things I didn't have to. So I could do what was fun right then, and then put off what I needed.
So how could you? First off, you can't fix something until you can find it. So Ed has found. Hello, Hayden. If you're on here, let me know what's something that currently holds you back. So Ed is saying procrastination is something that holds him back. So tell me this. What does it cost you? What is procrastination costing you? Thank you, Hayden.
Well, I was a minute late yesterday because I put off just waking up.
Do you think successful people are more urgent or less urgent?
More urgent.
Success is urgent, I believe. Decision making requires urgency. So whenever you are a procrastinator, do you think over the course of a day or a week, do you think you're probably going to get more done or less done?
Less done.
Okay, so how can you, first off, is it hard for you to admit that you're a procrastinator? Is that hard for you? So what if you wanted to make the decision today to change that, what is something that you could do?
Do something that I don't want to do.
Do it now. Just always do it now. Most people, whatever it is, no matter what it is that they don't want to do, the first thing they're going to want to do is they're going to add the ingredient of time. Let's slow this down. I don't want to do that right now. Let's do this. But what you'll find is no matter what it is that needs to be done, and it can be done in just a few minutes, go ahead and do it right then. What is something that's holding you back, Josh?
Organization.
How can we find something that's holding you back? How can we find? How can we find that thing you need to fix? Why did you pick organization? Organization.
So whenever I think it was a couple days ago, I got a couple leads, a few leads at a time, and I was like very unorganized. It stressed me out, and I got too much anxiety to strategically get what I need to get done.
Oh, I'm gonna have to call that man right back. He's building our house. I got to call that man right back. Okay, so it's not who, it's how. It's not how, but who. Like if you can't fix this, maybe you need somebody else to fix this. Maybe if you can't fix this, a hard schedule is going to fix this. Deadlines. Like you give away your time very easily, and the next thing you know, instead of getting this amount done, you're getting like a lot less amount done. The most valuable thing you're ever going to have in your life is going to be oxygen, but then it's going to be time. How can you get better at your time? Josh, if you don't have to become a very organized person. You need somebody to help you become more organized, because some of the things that you need to fix, maybe you don't want to fix them. Or maybe you could leverage somebody else. How could you bring in Edward here to help you with your organization?
I'd say tell him, see, that's where I struggle. That's where I think I struggle. I don't know.
Okay. Well, at least we know that's a problem. That is a blind spot. That is a barrier. So here's what I do. I don't know if y'all pay attention to this, but the moment I get a responsibility, guess what? I ain't doing it. I mean, unless it's something I can do. Who's usually going to get it? Who?
Van.
Our good friend Van. Or Weatherman. Or Brittany. Or you. Okay, what happens if I don't? And I was talking to Stevie about this the other day. What if I get something that's an opportunity? What is my job first off?
Team leader.
Well, my job is to really go out and find out ways to bring in business.
Oh yeah.
And if I'm locked in on one thing, it really like dams up new business coming in. So I immediately am trying to get rid of something. If a lead's coming in, I'm going like, hey, I need you to take care of this for me. I might come back and check up with you, but things bog down whenever I'm in control. I've got to get rid of things quickly. I think I heard Stevie the other day. Did he tell you, hey, could you follow up this lead for me?
No, it was to remind him about it.
Okay. Well, that's a little bit, but what if he were to get a lead and say, hey, lead manager, Ed, I need you to do this for me. I need you to help me put systems in. I need you to put a policy in place. I need you to come remind me. I need you to kind of nurture this. What would that be like for you? Like whenever you're getting a lead, are you trying to take on everything from zero to completion?
No, until contract.
Okay. All right, well, that's let's say zero to close. You're trying to do everything?
Not zero to close.
Well, zero to contract is.
Zero to contract. I would say.
Well, what if there's like 7 people? What if there's like 10 people? Well, how are you juggling all that? Because a lot of the people.
I feel like
You need to. That's where he becomes more vital, is helping with the nurture process. But what we were really talking last night was a lot of emotional problems people have. Like whenever you got here, you were ultra defensive. You've gotten a lot better at that. I don't know how you. Hello, are you a defensive person?
Yes, I tend to get defensive.
I think most people do. I think most people do, but there's really a reason why you're defensive today. And you can't fix these feelings until you find what caused them. Where do you think your defensiveness came from?
I don't know. Help me.
Well, that's how I think most every problem adults have originated in childhood. That's where they were created. If you read the book Wild at Heart by John Eldredge, he talks about a wound is created.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad, how long were they married?
Maybe a year, if that.
But they were definitely married.
They were married.
Okay. Well, growing up, that causes because there's something that the dad does for the kids. Okay? And whenever the dad's not present, that form of our emotion does not build and develop. The man that loves me, the man that had impregnated my mama, where is he? What happens? There's a void. I don't feel loved. I feel rejected. So, like he came from a good household. Clarence lives with,
Real good marriage.
yeah. Clarence over here. Josh, are you defensive? Is Josh defensive?
I used to be very defensive.
No, I feel like Josh is pretty.
I used to be very,
Yeah,
funny?
you would-
Whenever I was a kid, my friends used to hate me because
How
I would
defensive?
always try to be right.
Okay. Well, there was something that happened to you that made you feel like you always need to be right.
My parents are like that.
Well, your kids really model your behavior.
That's one of the
That's-
first things I'm going to teach my kids is responsibility.
Ooh, and it's going to be tough. Like most people, you're going to want to give Sebi a better life than you've had.
No doubt.
But the way you're going to give him a better life is by making him earn everything. Most people aren't going to do that. Most people are going to try to give their kids everything, as opposed to there's probably no better feeling than you earning something. But why do you want to make your kids earn it when you could just give it to them? But what are you teaching them? You're teaching them something. You're teaching them they don't have to work for things. So today's show topic was a little porch talk last night with me and my wife and Nick. We're just talking about the problems that you are having today originated well before today. And you can't fix it until you find it, until you own it. You accept responsibility and you make the decision to move on from it. So there's a lot of things that I battle. And I still think the biggest thing that I battle is believing that I can do the things I want to do. I gotta find a way to overcome that. Yes.
That's where I was going with that. Where do you think is the best way to overcome
I
that?
think self-talk is one of our greatest gifts. Not self-listen. Don't listen to your feelings. Tell your feelings. Like we go to counseling every other week. We've been going to this guy since we were engaged. And the one thing that bothers me about him is how he talks about feelings are real. You know, that's you know, and like whenever you feel a certain way, you do feel a certain way, but it's really because of the way you think.
Right.
Because your mind is telling what your feelings.
Yeah. So I've got to constantly reinforce in my mind better things are coming, because deep down I don't believe they are.
Yeah.
Deep down I see it, because over time, eventually something is going to crash to zero. Eventually, over time, things aren't going to work out. But it's the times in my life where they didn't work out to have a lot more weight in my current thinking. I remember the losses are a lot fresher than the wins. So I just got to sit here. Hey, what was that? What was that?
What was what?
In front of this lady over here.
Oh.
Yeah. Be aware. Shut us down, Van Grafton. What are you?